You know, in Kenya, I've realized something, that not unless maybe you are sick, that you don't know what is going on, or maybe you don't have a smartphone, or maybe you are very busy that you don't know what is going on, that is when you can get bored. I'm talking about this because, okay, before I do this video that I want to do, let me start by saying this. Today, Wamuchomba met with the Moses Kuria. And Wamuchomba was asking Moses Kuria that, yes, we accept that you are given job to advise. You are the advisor. But now let me ask you, Moses Kuria, that, okay, you are the advisor. Whom are you going to advise? Or what are you going to advise? Who are you going to advise? We agree, okay, kazi ni kazi, lakini sasa, whom are you going to advise? I want us to listen to Wamuchomba really shaming Moses Kuria by asking him that you have been given job to advise. Whom are you going to advise?
Yati huwa guaga. Na wewe kuja todo ndira igwire ni wahiro ira wa advisor. Ni madira kuigwira da todo wa gutarwo eha. Wiro kire na guo wa gutarwo le. Ni muramuona. Ni kidira kuja wito.
Who is there to advise? Now, before we jump into our discussion now, I just want to remind you, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can take a moment, go down there, the subscription area, click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment in the comment section and tell me where you're watching us from and how these videos are reaching you. And I'll not fail to appreciate those who have been giving us support every now and then, because without your support, this channel of Havana Media cannot grow and it cannot be where it is as now. We are here for you, and because of that, we have to give you updates on what is happening, especially in the political arena. Now, jumping back to our discussion, today was a session of the new IG, that is Douglas Kanja, whereby all the leaders were supposed to be, all the government leaders were at the State House. But now something happened that in as much as the people expected Rigathi Gachagua to go to the State House, Rigathi Gachagua did not go. So in short, Rigathi Gachagua missed this very important event at the State House. And even he also missed yesterday's event during the flagging off of the Harambee Starlets, where under 18, when they were going to for their football matches outside the country. So let us focus on what happened today. Instead of Rigathi Gachagua going at the State House, maybe he was thinking that if I fail the State House where I'm going, things are going to be easy. But he went to Lamu, whereby he met the Lamu women rep. And this Lamu women rep was head-on with Rigathi Gachagua. And she told Rigathi Gachagua that, Mr. Deputy President, we don't want other people to come to Mount Kenya. You are saying that bora msiguze milima. And we are also saying that jinsi ambavyo mnasema kwamba bora msiguze milima, even us we are saying bora msiguze bahari.
Sisi kidogo tunasema hata kama hatugusi mlima na nyinyi msiguse bahari. Ama mnasema namna gani? Tuwatugusi mlima nao wasiguse nini? Kwa sababu sasa siasa ikiwa ni regional, maendeleo ikosekane Tana River, mahali ambao Wakikuyu wako kule Tana. Ikosekane Mpeketoni ambao Wakikuyu wako hapa Lamu, hata wamemchagua Muthoni. Ikosekane Garissa, where 2.5 million Kenyans of Kikuyu origin are scattered across the country. Mukisema maendeleo yote iende kwa mlima, what are we supposed to do with these Kikuyus that are scattered across the country? Kwa hivyo it is important we consider all of us, hata kama hatugusi mlima, musiguse bahari na musiguse maeneo mengine, na Kenya yote iendelee vizuri, na hiyo siasa itakuwa ina balance, na tutakuwa na communal integrity na communal development and regional development. Wacha nisiongee sana, lakini nilisema nitagusa hiyo kwa sababu we find ourselves in a place where we are caught up na siasa ya mlima, ili hali sisi hatuko kwa mlima kwa sababu sisi ni Wakikuyu. Kwa hivyo the distinction between communal leadership and regional leadership has to come at a place so that we are able to develop the country in a manner that is aligning with everyone.
And of course, you know, Rigathi Gachagua also has got one or two people that must go with him wherever he is. Very strong people that he must work with. People like Ketu Waruguru. Ketu Waruguru attacked people like Mudhoni and Mudhama, telling them that they are the people that were supporting the issue of Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment. And they were the people that were walking all over the country seeking for signatures and on how targeting how Rigathi Gachagua can be impeached. And she's warning them, telling them that be assured that anybody who is trying to impeach Rigathi Gachagua will go home as early as possible. Let us listen to Kate Waruguru.
Na wacha niulize, kwa nini raia mnapenda kudanganywa? Bishop akisimama kuhubiri, mnainama hivi. Mkiitishwa sadaka, mnainama hivi. Mkiitwa mchango kanisani, mnainama. Mkisikia siasa, macho kodokondo, meno nje, mnacheka mpaka mnamaliza. Mnapenda kudanganywa sana. Saa ile mnadanganywa, mnacheka na mnamaliza. Lakini Rigathi wa Gachagua akisimama awaambie ukweli, mnaanza kukunyata hapo mkikasirika. Wewe bwana Rigathi, ongea ukweli, maombi ya hawa bishop, kwa sababu mke yako ni mchungaji, ametembea hapa na tumefanyia hii siasa. Tumetafutia hii serikali ya Kenya kwanza viti. Hautatoka kama mtu ambaye ameaibishwa. Wale wanaleta impeachment motion, wewe dada yangu Mudhoni, nilisikia hiyo siku nyingine ni wewe ulikuwa unazurura na karatasi ukitafuta signature ya kupeleka Rigathi nyumbani. Wewe Mudhama, na kuangalia wewe ni ndugu yangu. Tungetaka kujua kama nyinyi ndio mnataka kuimpeach Rigathi. Mtu anataka kupiga ndugu yake mkubwa, tunapeleka nyumbani mapema. Si ni kweli?
Now, before I talk about the second video, because I also have another one that I would like to include in this. There are a lot of things that Rigathi Gachagua failed to understand, and a lot of people be asking this question that, okay, right now we are seeing, we know everything, things that are happening in the country, like Rigathi Gachagua is not in good terms with William Ruto. So people have been asking this question that, what was the foundation? What was the foundation of the relationship between Rigathi Gachagua and William Samoei Ruto? That is it. What was the foundation of the relationship or of the marriage between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto? Just the same way, before you marry or before you are married, you must have the foundation of your relationship, the foundation of your marriage. Like, what is the foundation of your marriage? What is bringing you together? Do you have something that is bringing you together? That is it. That is what people are asking. And I've realized something, that in as much as Rigathi Gachagua is walking, he's saying that he's trying to unite the people, like he's a truthful man, there is somewhere that is missing a point. Yes, Rigathi Gachagua is fighting so hard on how he can be a truthful man, and people appreciate him for that. But he's failing to understand that he cannot do these things by himself. And now the people that are around him are very weak. He doesn't have strong people who can stand by him, and say that we will die with Rigathi Gachagua. He only has people like Kate Waruguru, and perhaps maybe the Nyeri governor, Kahiga. Only those people, only those ones are the people that can say that are behind Rigathi Gachagua. So you can't tell me that Rigathi Gachagua can win a battle of more than 48 members of parliament with only 2 people. It is very difficult. So Rigathi Gachagua should look for strong people who can stand by him. So whenever I stand and say that I am a truthful man, and what I want to say, I want to speak about the truth, then these people can also back him up and say that, yes, we are behind Rigathi Gachagua, and this is what we are saying. That is the only mistake that Rigathi Gachagua did. Looking for people who are very weak, or fighting for something, yet is very, very weak. You know very well that is weak, and the people that are supporting him are also not as strong as him. I want us to take a look at, but talking about being strong, I want us to take a look at what has been happening all along with Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga has been the opposition leader for all those years. Let me just bring this. Raila Odinga has been the opposition leader for all those years. And Raila Odinga has been having people, a very strong backup. Talk of people like Sifuna, talk of people like Babu Owino, very strong backup. So, and you see that these people like Senator Kajwang, so these people, anytime Raila, anything people trying to attack Raila, they stand firm and say that we don't want this. And Raila himself was like a force. I think so. Rigathi Gachagua have not reached that point that he is a force himself. Yani, if let's say for instance, right now, I don't know whether people will attack me, but let's say for instance, right now, Raila decides that now he's not going to become the chairman of Africa and comes back that he wants to vie for the presidency coming 2027, and it's only Raila Odinga and William Ruto. Let me tell you something. We don't know how you cannot understand how people will the way we will turn and people will love Raila Odinga. Truth be told. So what I'm trying to say is that Raila himself is a wave. So Rigathi Gachagua have not reached that point that he is a wave himself. Like, just that name, Rigathi Gachagua, sells itself. You know, Raila Odinga sold his name. So any moment, any place you mention Raila Odinga's name, at least people can find positive things to discuss about him. Unlike Rigathi Gachagua. So that is an extent that Rigathi Gachagua have not reached. That is why I'm saying that Rigathi Gachagua, however much is trying his level best, but is not that much strong. And the people that surround him are also not strong. Now, that one aside, Senator Onyonka have decided now to be a pastor today. He have decided to be a pastor and is really preaching. Senator Onyonka is asking this very simple question. That the government advisors mentioned something and said that we will leave Kenya at the state where we found it. That is what they were saying, by the way. The government advisor said that we will leave Kenya at the state where we found it. So it means that there's nothing positive that they'll do, or there's nothing negative that they'll leave it there. But one thing I know is that these people are going to leave Kenya in a worse state, in a very bad state, not even a place where they found it. So Onyonka is asking that, why then are you in the government? You don't need to be in the government. If at all you are telling us that we're going to leave Kenya at a state where you found it, then you don't need to be in the government. Very simple. Get out of government because you don't need to be in the government.
He's been my friend for how many years? Look at what we are doing. You guys, we have high standards. Look at what Kenyatta did. Moi, even with his incapacities, he had a human heart. He had a feeling about people's lives. And then what are we doing? We act like everybody else is a fool. We act like all the money is supposed to be shared by a few. And after that, you just start telling us, Namutadu. Look at what the advisors of the president are telling him. We will leave corruption where we found it. Then you have no fucking business being in government. You have no business. The reality is, people want good governance. We want to share resources fairly and equitably. We want poor children's people to go to school and get educated. Those people will walk to my house in Mosojo in the next 10 years. They'll burn the place and take everything from inside. Watch all of you.
Well, guys, that is all I have for today. Let me also know what you think at the comment section. But just a reminder, if you are meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment at the comment section and tell me what you think and where you are watching us from. And it's very much important that you can you like this video, and please don't skip any ad. I ask you, please don't skip any ad. Until you meet again, I've been your host, Boniface. Bye bye.